Good evening, good evening, good evening, visibility vibers and anybody else who's watching maybe for the first time. My name's Jenny Kovacs and I am affectionately known as the Queen of BC. I'm all about visibility, not mine, but yours. So this is our 48th edition of Visibility Made Easy. So let me explain why this even came about, how it came about. I am a visibility specialist and I help people to stand out. Some of them, they want to stand out more online, some of them they want to stand out more in the flesh, and others want to stand out when they're speaking or writing. So I help people in businesses or aspiring to start businesses or even in a corporate organisational setting to be able to stand out so that they get seen and really heard for what they do, and for my corporate clients, they actually stand out and get promotion and get promoted. So tonight, I thought I would cover a topic that a lot of people speak of, a lot of people speak about. And if you're watching this live or on the replay, feel free to, play along, to post your comments in the box below, because this is all around visibility. And one of the things that I love to do is to interact with you. So just so that you know, I'll look over there occasionally because my Mac's over there. But on the whole, I am just watching out for your comments, watching out for your reactions, and keen to answer any questions I can while I'm on live. So tonight I'm going to be short, sharp, whoops, pressed the wrong thing, short, sharp and to the point. And there's a very good reason for that. I am spending time with an excellent marketing mentor who is going to, we're going to go deep on a little something. In fact, I'll tell you what it is. We're going to go deep on Facebook ads. So many businesses are using Facebook ads at the moment. And many of the clients that I speak to, people that I interact with, both online and offline, they really don't get the point of Facebook ads, but they are amazingly successful. But here's the thing that I see so many businesses do. They go out there in the world, they see something that they want to do, and they just have a go at it. They throw money at it, time at it, and have a go without learning how to do it properly. So the lady that I am going to be spending time with is actually going to be a guest in the Visibility Vibes Tribe group. So if you are keen to really get to grips with Facebook ad, let's forget the technology side of it. Let's talk about the underpinning, the firm foundations of getting your Facebook ad done and out there in a way that you love. Then this is definitely for you. So she's going to go through kind of 5 basic steps. And when I say basic, not necessarily basic information, but things that people often overlook when they are doing their Facebook ad, and then come back and say, well, I tried it and it didn't work. So if that's you, then come over to or search in the box for the Visibility Vibes Tribe, and I'll happily be able to let you know how you can find out more. It's a free event. It's on Tuesday and it's at 1:30. So I'm just going to check my screen here. I can never tell. Sometimes people are watching and I can tell just because there's a number count. Other times I think no one's watching and then all of a sudden I get a message afterwards. So if I am ignoring your comments or your reactions tonight, please forgive me. I can't see anything at the moment. So tonight I thought I would talk about video. Why? Because here's the thing. So many business owners that I speak to, so many clients that come to me, they want to do other things. Maybe they want to speak more. Maybe they're really great speakers. So many of them, when you talk about video, their mind automatically goes to videographers. Their mind automatically goes to studios. Their mind automatically goes to lighting, hair and makeup. Now, it's interesting. There's a reason why I shoot all of my Facebook Lives from my iPhone. Yes, you can do them now from your computer, but I do them from my iPhone because I want to show you how flexible and easy it is for you to do it. And if I don't model it, then you will think that you have to have the nice studio with the flowers behind you. You'll think that you'll have to have the nice backdrops, the hair and makeup done. You'll think that you'll have to have hours practicing and trying to perfect what you're saying before you get in front of your audience. And this is why I chose this subject for this evening, because selfie video marketing, especially for service-based businesses, is one of the best, quickest and highest way you can get visible. Now, there are 3 different ways in which you can do that, and I'm just going to check something out here. Right, okay. I want to make sure that I am being heard. Okay, so I hope that you can hear this. I'll soon find out from the comments afterwards when I read and people say, I couldn't hear you, I couldn't watch. So there are 3 key things or key insights that I would love to share with you to let you know why selfie video marketing, you know, especially for service-based businesses, is so great. So the first thing that that there is to know is that when you have a business and you sell certain products or services, you quite often may struggle with describing them. I mean, after all, if you're a coach or a consultant, how on earth do you show somebody your coaching or consultancy work up front? How on earth do you demonstrate the results that it will get for them? How on earth do you let them know that they're the right person for it, or sometimes that they're not the right person for it? And this is not about kind of picking people or anything else like that, but just letting them know. How do you know all of that? So when you have a service-based business, oh, I can see comments now. That's good. Hey, Ali. Looks like Svetlana and Ali might be on. So saying hello and waving to you. So yeah, how do you let people know what you do in an effective way? And it's sometimes a struggle because you're not able to say, this is the finished product, this is what it will look like. And the thing that I've come to know for sure, especially with the clients that I worked with initially, like back in the day, I always thought visibility was just about getting yourself out there. I thought visibility was about you just being able to you know, to kind of shout and everything else like that, and to really show off your skills. And then I had a run of clients that I worked with, like one-to-one, and even though they did these fantastic things in life, one of the things they seemed a bit scared about was video, and I couldn't understand why. I mean, I went into my business in 2010 making videos, you know, just from my laptop onto YouTube. And I couldn't understand why people had this fear on camera, especially when they were already like very, very magnetic speakers, especially when they used to engage their audiences and their crowds. Some of them, you know, are big bloggers, write articles for magazines and newspapers. And many of them were so confident in so many other ways. Yet when it came to being on video, they just kind of went, no. And it occurred to me that in the whole series of Video Made or Visibility Made Easy, I have spoken a little bit about video visibility, but not, you know, not a lot. So tonight I wanted to dedicate this episode to the selfie video. And the selfie video, for those of you that want to sell yourselves, sell your value, sell your products or services. So there are 3 ways in which you can do this. And these will heighten and raise your visibility quite easy. So one way in which you can do it is kind of like the obvious way. It's YouTube. So many people have got a YouTube channel. Many people will watch out for things on YouTube. And so many people think about this. How many millions and billions of people, when they need a solution to a problem that they've got, they'll type it into Google and hey presto, what's likely to come up first? Your YouTube video. So have a think about the kind of ways that people can find you on YouTube, for example. Like, what would they be typing into the search box? So think about that. Now, although this is a good way to get visible, there are other things that we don't have time to go into tonight. But if you put something on YouTube, you're going to have to direct people to go and have a look at YouTube, to find your account on YouTube, encourage them to come back, encourage them to subscribe, and keep the content consistent enough for them to want to come back. So that's just one way. The other thing, of course, is everybody knows how to use YouTube. Everyone's quite confident with how to share a link. But if you go to share it on another platform, like Facebook, for example, or on Twitter, or on LinkedIn, or on Instagram, or Pinterest, or any of those, which you can share videos on Pinterest too. Hey, France Lise. Hi, Lisa. The thing about that is if you go to share it on another platform, you could be kind of like shoved down a bit in the list and told, well, this is good, but you didn't make the video for me, so I'm just going to put you down a couple of rungs of the ladder. But what that actually means is all of your hard work and effort of making that video then doesn't get seen by as many people as you want it to be seen by. And that's when you all ring my phone and send me messages and say, it doesn't work, I can't get video to work, and it's simply not true. There are just different nuances that you need to know about for YouTube. So I see some of you typing comments in there. So how many of you have got a YouTube channel? If you've got a YouTube channel, either put a yes or a Y in the box, and if you don't, that's fine too, just put a no. And if you've got any questions around that, it'd be a great time to answer it, because I will only be on for another, not even 10 minutes. I know that you're all eating your dinner and preparing your dinner. So then another thing that people do is they come to me and then they say, well, I do want to make videos. Oh yes, I see a few of you have got YouTube channels. So a few of you do already do that. One of you said, yes, you've got one, but it's dormant. So have a think about the things that you enjoy most. Have a think about the things that you do in your business that you'd love to share. Maybe there's some behind the scene pieces. I'm currently writing a book, and this is the first week of writing a book, and I want to put some information out, I think by a video, because I can just sort of talk about what's going on, about the process and kind of what I'm going through in the background, because I think it will help form the story of how the book comes into being. And one of the ways I can share that is through YouTube. There are other ways, of course, that if you know that you can have the confidence to do a selfie video, it means that you can take your smartphone, and wherever you are, you have the confidence, the courage, the wherewithal, the knowledge to not only just be brave enough to make the videos, but also to know how you can squeeze the juice out of life, the content out of life, and share it in an appropriate way with your audience. Many of you that run service-based businesses are such givers, and many of you go and do so much personal development work and spiritual work and all sorts of other things for yourself. It'd be really great for your audience to be able to see what you do in order to serve them. And some of you do some pretty exciting things. I recognise many of you that have hopped on tonight, and I know you go to some exciting places, you do some exciting things. Video is a really great way that's less static than a photo to share with your audience. And one of the things that I found is that it's like people get to know you from afar. I've had people meet me in the flesh and say, I feel like I already know you because I've seen you on video. I've had people let me know that they've gone to an event or something like that I have, that I've been running or whatever, and they're just like, yeah, I just feel like I know you. I've come to meet you in the flesh to see how different you'll be, and you're exactly the same. Yeah, I think the difference is if you ever meet me in the flesh, I brush my hair and I wear nicer dresses, and I normally have a bit of makeup on as well, although I'm not precious about having to wear makeup. I think it's a personal choice. So one of the other ways you can do this is when you make your video on the go, you then have more options and more choices about where you post it. So how many of you would you say feel comfortable around making video? Let's do it on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being no way, or even 0 being no way, and 10 being absolutely happy to make video. Anytime, any place, anywhere, in any state. Okay, so if you're a 10, you'll be like, I'll make video anywhere. Hey, Winnie Curley, good to see you. Winnie's in the States. So I'm waving at you and blowing kisses across the pond. How many of you feel like 100% comfortable to just get your smartphone out in the middle of the supermarket, in the middle of the street, and make your video anytime, any place, anywhere? So we've got an 8. That's pretty good going. We've got a 0. Oh, bless your heart. And I know the work that you do. It's so amazing and so juicy. I'm really curious as well. You don't need to type it here if you don't want to. But I'm really curious, for those of you that are scoring kind of like a 5 or below, scoring yourselves at a 5 or below, why the score, I would say. So Ali said 8. Ali's happy with video. Emma says 7. I do tarot readings on YouTube, but without my face visible. Emma, no! I've met Emma, and like, Emma, you can't hide your gorgeous face. You can't tell me that. Can you see my reaction? That's so interesting. Emma, I want to share something with you. I have a couple of clients who do different kinds of readings. I know I've got a friend who does tarot readings, and I've also got a client who was the first person to kind of switch me on to the why video was an important element of visibility. She read angel cards, and she, like, when you sit even on YouTube and do a reading, even though people haven't met you yet, there's this know, like, and trust factor. So imagine now, like, I'm doing this video. How does it feel when I actually look at you, like this is all of you watching, recording or anything else? How does it feel when I look at you and speak to you in that way? Versus, how does it feel when I talk to you like that and I'm just kind of not looking? There's a little bit of psychology on modern day video, but the great thing is you don't need to be in a studio anymore to do it. You don't need to convey your message. There are so many people who even like as long as 8 years ago were getting almost internet famous. Can you remember the Liverpudlian lady who used to sit and do makeup tutorials in her bedroom? Not great lighting or anything else like that. That woman went on to make an absolute fortune. She's now got like a multi-million-pound business just by sitting in her bedroom in front of a mirror and showing people how to put makeup on. No studio, no lighting, no anything. So Winnie says not 100%, 5 or 6. And Winnie is like, I've sat across videos, you know, Winnie's over in the States, I'm in the UK. I've sat across videos and spoken to Winnie, and I can't imagine people not being able to get access to her lovely, you know, her lovely smiling face and her vibe. This is another thing. People get your vibe, and here's a good thing about video. When you are connecting with people who are ideal people that want your readings or want to hear you speak about the stuff that you do, they get a sense of like whether they like you or not. And most people go to the place of, oh, but what if they don't like me? I have to make them like me. But actually, if they're not your kind of person and not in your kind of vibe, you don't actually want to work with them. You don't want to reject them, but you don't want to work with them. You would then prefer for them to go off and find somebody that really gets their vibe and they get the person's vibe. So Emma says it's more about the reading, not about me. But yes, I should do it the face on. This will give me a kick up the bum. Consider me giving you a kick up the bottom, Emma Hands. I didn't realise that you were doing those readings. I'm really intrigued now. I'm going to go over and have a look. It's interesting because I remember a lady years ago in Peterborough that used to do tarot card readings. Now, does anyone remember cassette recorders? I do. So she used to, this is how long ago it was, she used to do the cassette recording, and she used to say, like, just say something to me, just anything irrelevant, because I just want to feel and get that connection. Emma, you probably know this better than I do. When you're connecting with people electronically, you can make some really, really deep connections and get, you know, even more reading. So you're saying it's true about visibility. As I get more Reiki clients from my Sunday Crystal Market stall, they get to meet me face to face first. They do. But imagine this, Emma. You know the lives that you're changing when you do your readings and you're meeting these people at your stall. Imagine that there are people at like 4 o'clock in the morning. They don't know what to do. and you have a solution for them. Maybe they've got their head in their hands, they're not sleeping well, they're worried, they need some sort of guidance, some sort of help that only you can give. By you connecting both with the people that you see face to face, because I'm a strong advocate of that, and also by connecting with them on camera, imagine how many more people's lives you can make a difference in. You know, the modern day selfie video is not about ego. It's not about, whoa, look at me. It's not about even showing off or showing out. It's about you being able to put your gifts out there in the world, your services out there in the world, your products, and people being able to easily reach what you're doing. I'm really passionate about that. And a couple of my clients recently said I used the phrase a loving shove, which I didn't even consciously realise I did. But it's like, on my watch, I'm not having anybody hiding, anybody being invisible when they have got such juicy gifts to share. So if you ever feel like you're being told off by me, I apologise, but it's really important to me that you guys get out there in the world. So maybe YouTube your video, maybe make your videos on your phone and you can put them straight into somewhere like Facebook. You know, this time last year, I did a 12-day video, I called it the 12-day video game, and it was a programme designed that you would just get a theme every day for a couple of minutes, and also a little video tip every day for 12 days. And it helped you to be able to, you know, get more credibility, more gravitas over on video. And when I started posting the raw videos live into the private group, my watches went up from 14 people looking at my posts to the first few were over 1,000. Then after time, like after a couple of months, I would say they dropped down a bit, but they were well in the hundreds. That's how much difference it makes. It means that people can find you and share you really easily. Winnie says, I need to do it more. So I get, let me see. Oh, it's doing that funny thing again. I need to do it more so I get more comfortable. Fine with Zoom when it's planned. Not doing live or spontaneous things. And it's interesting because, Winnie, I know that you're a really confident speaker. So many speakers come to me and say, I'm fine speaking, I can speak in front of a stage, I do webinars or something like that, but when it comes to video, I know I need to do a bit more, I need to get more confident, or no, videos. So Emma says, yes, I'm sending you good vibes, Emma. Emma, if you're not already in the Visibility Vibes tribe, will you put one of your videos in there of one of your readings? And there's a lady in there called Priya. She does readings as well. So it'd be really good for you guys to kind of meet each other and connect, because I just feel like it would be. But only if it feels good to you. Hey, Maureen's on. She said, I did a video yesterday and the reach was very high compared to articles or pictures. You know, like even up to a couple of years ago, people would say, do a post, put a picture on it, more people will like it. That's true in most times, but put a video on it. You know, they say a picture speaks 1,000 words. Try putting a video on it. It's like it speaks, you know, 1,000,000 words. It's pictures on steroids. So that's absolutely true. France Lee says, I've got lots of videos on my computer, but because I feel like my channel needs to be organised, I don't post them. France Lees, I'm not even taking that from you. This is what the loving shove face looks like. I'm not even taking that from you. Put them on YouTube anyway. You all should know, if you've got a YouTube channel, you all should know. France Lee says, yeah, that's ridiculous. You all should know, if you put a video, mark it as private, and you can change it at any time. If you mark it as private, only you can see it. If you mark it as unlisted, only the people who you share that specific link with on YouTube can see it. And if you mark it as public, everyone can see it. Now, let's say you started the other way around. You're confident, you've put your video out on YouTube, you've put it as public, and then you've gone, no, actually, I only want people with the link to see it, and you change it to unlisted. Anyone who's previously had that link will be able to watch again. Change it to private, only you can watch it. Makes sense? So I have got over, gosh, at last count, which was about 8 weeks ago, I had over 1,070 videos, I think more than that now, on my YouTube channel, but they're not all public. Some of them are private videos that I've made especially for clients. Some of them are videos that only people on my list get to see. Some of them are videos that I'll only share in the Visibility Vibe tribe, although I'll tend to post the raw video first and then put it in YouTube. Don't tell YouTube, but you can actually use it as a bit of a way to store your videos, because if you store too many on your phone stops playing nicely with you. It gets full. It doesn't want any more. So you can even do that. So I hope that's been helpful to you. I hope that even for those of you that already got YouTube channels, have already posted videos right here on Facebook, and have already thought about maybe some new content that you want to create, something that you want to share, I really hope that you choose to do something differently. Now, if you're feeling a bit shy around video, that 12-day video game has evolved and changed. In fact, I prepared for it to go on to be sold on a bigger platform, and as of yet, I haven't even sold it on there because people have started to buy it. So if you've got about 3 to 5 minutes spare a day, you get a video that's drip fed to you on a daily basis that gives you a theme. So you're not doing that thing where you hold out your camera and you're like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to share, what shall I say? You're not doing that. You've got something to talk about. You've also got a little tip to help you to build your video skills. You know, I talked about video psychology. Let's not make it all deep, dark and heavy. Let's just make it into a quick tip that I give you. Also, I've been recording the frequently asked questions that my clients and people that I work with have been asking me around video. And it covers everything from like whether you're scared of video, whether you're happy to do video but you're just not sharing it, whether you just don't know what to post on video, whether you don't know how to describe something. And remember that many of us, you know, we're coaches, we're consultants, you know, we're healers, we're therapists. What we sell, what we share on video cannot be seen until the person experiences it. So there's a couple of little nuggets in there of how you do that. And you've got a checklist so that next time you get in front of a camera, you can be ready to go. So if you are wondering about like what you need to do next on video, think about all of the things that I've said here. Think about all of the things that I've shared here. Think about some of the other comments that people have made. If you need something, if you know that there's one more thing that you think you need for your video to be successful, type it in the box below. You know, let us know. Now, if you want to go and do that in a place that's really supportive, go over to the Video Vibes tribe and, you know, type it in there. It means that your friends and family don't get to see what you've typed, and you can share in there. Although the group is relatively small, I think 480 people or so, the people in that group are juicy, they're encouraging. You know what, I'm off site tomorrow because I'm doing a Oh What Shall I Share special day tomorrow. So perhaps I'll give you a bit of notice, a bit of warning. Think about something that you could share on video, only for like a minute or two. Think about something that you could share on video. Get your phone out, make me a video, maybe 1 minute to 3 minutes, no more than that. You might just want to say hello, or you might just want to say, one thing that I got from this Facebook Live tonight, Jenny, was record it onto your video, go over to the Visibility Vibes tribe and post it in the group. I want you to experience how warmly you'll be received, or how much more warmly you'll be received when you put a video into a group like that. I want you to experience what it feels like when you see other people, this connection that's made with people that live all over the world, with people that have got the same common goal in mind to get themselves out there to do more in the world. I really want you to experience that. I've had the joy of being able to do that for the last like 6.5 years in my business, and I want you to experience it too. And I want you to experience some of the things like when somebody sends you an email and asks you to speak at a conference, you say, well, how did you hear about me? And they're like, oh, I don't really know. I saw a video of you and you were describing something and I just thought, well, you might be for my audience. Or I typed in, you know, visibility specialist or raising the profile or something like that. And because you're consistently putting the content into YouTube, which is kind of Google, and because you're consistently putting out stuff online, then all of a sudden you get raised higher up the ranks. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have a massive email list. I don't have tens of thousands of people on my list. My email list is about 1,200 people. I do not and have not ever spent a penny on SEO. I've never looked at Google rankings. I've never done anything like that. And it's not to say that I don't need to, but I want to show you how simple it can be. Start from where you are, get yourself out there in the world. So Emma said, thank you, Jenny. Synchronicity, I happen to be on Facebook. I have online courses without my face on too. Ooh. Well, you know what, Emma? Sometimes, I know that on my video course, I purposely did all my videos from my phone because I want to show people how easy it is to do video on the go. Outside, in the supermarket, the train station, everywhere. In fact, there's a video at the top of this page that kind of demonstrates that fact. But one of the things that you might want to do on your online course is you might want to show your screen because you're sharing something. The only type of video that I don't recommend, and it's funny because I've seen a really successful coach, got thousands and thousands of people that view his videos. Every now and then he sends out a video where he's talking and all you see are the words that he's speaking. 45 minutes of that. He doesn't do it all the time, and the videos that I see that are more well received are when people can see your face. It's like, you know, kind of basic psychology. When you're speaking to somebody and you're sat opposite them, video emulates the same thing. So give that a go and see. Francie says, go for it. It's amazing. Super easy to do, super addictive. Yes, it is. So I'll let you know. In fact, on this page, there is a box that's marked services and it has all the different services. But if you would like access to the video group, I have some lovely people that have already gone through the video course, and they have said, Jenny, you know, I've said, if you would like to help me promote it and be affiliates for me, I would love you to promote it. And they've said yes. So I will point you in the direction of any of those people, and you'll find out their experiences, you'll see how much more visible they are, you'll see how amazing they are, you'll see how normal and down to earth they are, but you'll also see how gifted and talented they are too. My hope is for you to get out there on video so that other people see how gorgeous you are, how gifted you are, how talented you are too. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Lots of love to you. Now think about what you're going to put on your 1 to 3 minute video. And, you know, feel free to start posting it over in the Visibility Vibes Tribe group. Say hello if you like. But what I'd really like to hear is, what's the one thing you're going to do differently as a result of this Facebook Live? Go on, declare it. Declare it out there in the world. You deserve it. Lots of love to you, everyone. Bye for now.